and Boomerang Sisters, what their skills are, book effects, and all that information. If you would like to check it out at your leisure, go to my Discord link down below where they're all posted. Let's get into it. Alright guys, normally when I do these new character breakdowns, I like to skim them before I talk to you guys, but there's so much in the Korea update today, it's ridiculous. So this is going to be a very first look. I'm going to look over them, read them to you, and tell you my first reactions to them. Now, if you want to check them out at your leisure whenever you feel like, if you come to my Discord, over here, you'll see I have a Summoner's War Chronicles section, content creators where everyone posts their videos, general where people can ask questions and stuff. I even told Topher where to find this stuff. And right here, infographics and resources, where I posted all of their skills and everything. Now let's jump. I also put all the new codes and stuff here. Now let's jump into it. Let me move this around so we can actually read them. Alright, so starting with the Chakram Warriors. Fire, we have their basic doesn't do anything. First skill, 3 mana, charge the enemy, deal damage based on its max HP, so the enemy targets max HP twice. In addition, warrior, if the warriors in the team attack together with Boomerang Strike. This is going to be on all their skills, co-op attack, so it will do this thing if she's alone, but if they're both there, it will do this instead. So when we check that out, Moonlight Blow, activated when attacking together with Boomerang Warrior, charges at the enemy target, deal damage based on max HP, remove a harmful effect on self, and apply damage taken down to self. So she's running into melee, she's a warrior, so the warrior is going to get a damage taken down, which is very, very powerful. And if we take a look, this is what we'll notice. So 2.5 times the attack scaling damage, but also going from 6.7% of max HP, remember it hits twice, to 19% of max HP, hitting twice. So that's going to be 38% after everything, and then, you know, 1100% damage. So that's huge for a warrior, as well as a self cleanse and damage taken down. And if we remember, it's a 3 mana cost. So that's going to be something to watch out for. We have right here the next skill, deals damage based on its max HP, so her max HP, to enemies within the area nearby 3 times, and each hit stuns with a certain chance. In addition, a Boomerang Warrior in the team attacks together with Boomerang Strike. So that will call them to use their skill, which is also, I believe, we'll see once we get to her, but I believe that's also in the second active slot, or S3 if you use that terminology. But if we take a look, low attack, low HP scaling, but it's also 3 times, so that's pretty good. 40% stun, but it's AoE. It's kind of a longer stun, and you have 3 chances to get it. Accuracy doesn't make this percent go up, so it's 40% to attempt to do the stun, and then once you pass that 40%, then you do accuracy for the stun to land. So I mean, I'm more so on her first active, and she might be a Soul Link kind of monster with that first active. Then we look at her passive, which is also very, very strong. Increases the accuracy of the caster and all Boomerang Warriors in the team. So you can actually bring multiple Boomerang Warriors and get them to have the passive of 20% extra accuracy. In addition, applies defense down with a certain chance when attacking with a skill. 70% chance to give someone defense down when attacking with a skill. So Soul Link S2 or first active skill will be very, very powerful on her. She'll be applying defense down as well as dealing a bunch of damage. Giving her destroy is actually going to be very, very powerful, because that's max HP damage, and it's the enemy target's max HP with decent high damage scaling. and then also applying defense down, meaning the next one's going to hit even harder. Then we have her ultimate, deals damage, max HP, her max HP 4 times, and each hit stuns. In addition, Boomerang Warrior and team attack with Boomerang Strike. So it's a little bit more stun rate, and it's about 8%. Let's just use the number 8 to make it the math a little bit easier. 8, 16, 32% max HP for the full ultimate. Then we have the water. Basic doesn't do anything. 3 mana, charges, deals damage based on X max HP twice, which is enemy target, and each hit applies unrevivable with a certain chance. Right now, the revive meta isn't huge, but there are a couple of self-reviving monsters that do see some play. In addition, a Boomerang Warrior on the team attacks together with Boomerang Strike. So if we take a look, let's see what the link attack is, the QWOP. Activated when attacking together, charges up the enemy target, deal damage based on X max HP. The damage of this attack increases based on the target's lost HP, so it has some execute damage, which is huge. In addition, removes a harmful effect on itself and applies damage dealt up to herself. So this one, the fire one, took less damage, and this blue one does more damage. It also has similar scaling, actually 0.2% max HP more damage, as well as 0.5% more damage per 1% lost HP. So if they've lost 50% HP, you deal 25% more damage. Damage dealt up, which will be after the damage, so the next one does more damage. Next one deals damage based on its max HP to enemies within the area ahead, so it's probably going to be a wave similar to Fairkill, and removes 2 beneficial effects, so it's a strip. Okay. Hits twice for a strip. We'll see. Each hit removes 2, so you can remove 4 because it's going to do 2 waves. Increase based on target's lost HP. More execute damage. In addition, Boomerang Warrior and the team attacks together with Boomerang Strike. Almost 12% max HP per hit. Hits. Removes 2. It only hits once. Same execute scaling. Removes 2 and makes them use their skill. Ultimate. Looks like all the same stuff, but bigger numbers. 27% is huge. That's an okay scaling. And double the execute damage scaling. So she's going to be a good and remove all beneficial effects on her ultimate. So she's going to be this water one is looking pretty strong for PvP. Then we go into wind. Basic does nothing. Then we have this one, charge the enemy target, deal damage based on max HP twice. So that first line of text is pretty much the same for all of them, but they all have some small differences as we get to the bottom part. Each hit applies block harmful effect removal. That's going to be a big deal because there are some big cleansers like the Fire Kumar. He cleanses a bunch of things. Juno cleanses a bunch of things. Monsters like this. So when you do a full cleanse, it only cleanses this and nothing else. In addition, attacks together with Boomerang Strike. We like to look at the second part because ideally you would like to have them together. Activated when attacking together. Charges, same thing. Stunned targets receive increased fixed damage. Recovers its HP based on the fixed damage dealt. That is interesting. Some self-heal. 10.7% of its max HP is damage. Bonus hit. 10% of target's max HP as fixed damage. Now, fixed damage is very, very interesting in this game because it is unaffected by resistances or damage reducing effects. So it will always do 10%. She's also looking like a very, very good destroy candidate. And if target is stunned, double damage. And heals based off that doubled damage. No, wait a second. Recover based on fixed. So recovers based on the 10% of target's max HP. You're probably going to build her very, very tanky with a destroy set and just let her go ham. And then we have her second active. This is, wow, okay. Deals damage based on its max HP to enemies within the area ahead and applies unrecoverable and damage taken up. So you hear Topher Smurf talk a lot of the time about unrecoverable. That's a big deal when it comes to PvP. And damage taken up, it's a level 2 damage taken up, and they're both 20 seconds. In addition, Boomerang Warrior uses her Boomerang Strike. Ultimate, level 5 damage taken up. And 31.6% of max HP. That's funny. Then we get into the ones you'll never ever see, except for your opponents, the LDs. Diva. They changed her look, didn't they? They changed her hair a little bit. Charges the enemy target, deal damage, max HP twice in addition. Other attack. Charges, deal damage, max HP, increases target, harmful effect, duration, and level. So this is the opposite of Certides, because Certides increases beneficial effects. Durations and levels. She increases harmful effects, durations, and levels. So that's pretty funny. I'm excited to see how people end up using that. Very similar to the fire one for this one. Hits 3 times. Each hit stuns. In addition, co-op attack. 4.6% max HP per hit, hits 3 times, 13.5%, and each hit has a chance to do an AoE stun. Then we have her passive, increases damage dealt based on target's bleed level when the caster and all Boomerang Warriors on the team attack with a skill. Okay, so her and other Boomerang Warriors get this damage boost. When attacked, decrease the damage taken based on bleed level. She doesn't apply any bleed though. So she kind of wants you to have bleed on your team, but she doesn't do bleed herself unless she has other stuff down here. Oh yeah, there it is. So where's that? Okay. Decrease damage received based on bleed level. In addition, applies bleed with a certain chance when attacking with a skill. Per target's bleed level. So that she's going to do, her and Boomerang Warriors are going to do 7% more damage per bleed level. So let's say they have like a level 3, which is probably pretty realistic. So she's going to be dealing 21% more damage. And that's going to be with her HP scaling damage. Per attacker's bleed level when casting attack, they're also going to take 21% less damage. And whenever she uses a skill, 70% chance to apply level 1 bleed. So it has to be a skill, so it will not count her basic attack. Ultimate. Same as her second active skill. Attacks 4 times, each hit stuns with good max HP damage. Then we talk about Dark. Charges 2 times, unrevivable. In addition, use follow-up. If we take a look, it's a mix of the water and the wind. Changes the enemy target's max HP and remove all beneficial effects. Applies poison to the target per beneficial effect removed. So this is similar to Juno. Juno applies burn when she removes beneficial effects, but she's going to apply poison and she removes all, as well as a good scaling. Remember, this is 3 mana. And the all and poison and heal is only if the other one's on the team. So very, very powerful. You're going to be able to do this in Battlefield. That's going to be really good. Get rid of everyone's beneficial effects like Chloe and all that stuff. Give them poison and heals herself for a bunch. Second active skill, removes 2 beneficial effects, applies poison per beneficial effect removed. In addition, attacks together. 30-second duration. That's a long duration with a 14.2% max HP. So she's going to strip everyone of everything and give them all poisons. I like her. I'll never see her, but I like her. Damage, max HP, area head, remove all beneficial, applies poison. In addition, okay, level 2 poison per removal. So if you remove 5, she gives 10 levels of poison and maxes it out. Now we're going to get on to the other sister. Alright, the chakrams look pretty strong, especially as warriors. Let's see what the boomerang can do as mages. First active skill, 4 mana. Throws boomerang forward, deal damage to enemies in the area, remove 2 beneficial plex, apply defense down with a certain chance. Actually, she has a follow-up, so let's check that out. Activated when attacking together. Attacks the enemy target, stunning with a certain chance and applying defense down. So, okay, attack damage, good stun and defense down. Removes 2, level 2 defense down, stun, looking pretty good. 3 mana on her second active skill, and that's a little scary. Deals damage to the enemy target and enemies near the target, very similar to the Orbia skill 1, where it does a little splash around them. Applies unrecoverable and irresistible stun to the enemy target. So that sounds like just in the resistance check, but this will be interesting to see. I don't think this will go through immunity, but it can't be resisted. Also stuns enemies near the target with a certain chance. In addition, use Moonlight Blow. So do okay damage, unrecoverable for 14, stun 2.5, 60% chance to stun the ones around the enemy target for longer. Then we have her ultimate, deals damage in the area, applies unrecoverable and stun. In addition, so this is an ultimate you're going to want to use because it does a 3.5 second stun as well as unrecoverable with a 1300% scaling damage. Let's check out. I always like to see unrecoverable and ignore damage. Attacks enemy target, deal damage based on its attack speed and applies unrecoverable. This attack ignores beneficial effects that reduce damage. Do Moonlight Blow. Activated when attacking together with Chakram Dancer. Attacks the enemy target to deal damage based on its attack speed, removing 1 harmful effect on itself and applying attack speed up to itself. This attack ignores damage reducing effects. 1 harmful effect, level 2 attack speed up, which is good. That will work really good with her next activation of the skill. Second active skill, attacks 3 times, deals damage based on attack speed. Each hit has a chance to apply defense down and attack down. This attack ignores reduction effects. 60% on both of them. Damage increase based on attack speed, ignores damage reduction effects. Passive. Caster and Chakram Dancers, so the other ones, take reduced damage from enemies with a beneficial effect. 30% less damage if the enemy target has a beneficial effect. So this is going to be very strong against the immunity meta we got going on. If someone just has an errant attack up, anything going on at all, continuous recovery, your units are going to take 30% less damage from them. Sabrina is looking good. Then her ultimate, a jacked up version of that one, hits 3 times based on attack speed. Defense down, attack down, ignores reduction effects. And this time it's level 2 of both effects. Then we go into Wind. Here's Oblivion. With 3 mana cost, attacks the enemy target and applies Oblivion. The damage is based on the difference of attack. So this is the first time we're seeing this, but it's probably going to not come up too much because a lot of people have attack on their damage units. But if you're attacking a tank or a backline hero support, it's probably going to do a bunch more damage. In addition, do the follow-up, 90% Oblivion for 14. And if we check this out, it's still 90% Oblivion for 14. But look at that, 305% attack and 610% of the difference. So if there's a 100 attack difference, it'll do, 610 extra damage. And remove a harmful effect from self and apply attack up. Attacks the enemy target 3 times. Each hit applies defense down, damage based on difference of attack. So if we take a look, 65% for defense and attack down, which is different than the other ones. It's a little bit more. 241% of the attack difference. So she's actually really going to want that attack set, the 4-piece attack set. Ultimate, same thing, bigger multipliers and level 2. Light, throws boomerang, deals damage, removes 2 beneficial effects, applies defense down with a chance. Afterwards, the boomerang returns, dealing damage to enemies within the area and stunning with a certain chance. So that's going to be very powerful. Let's check this out. Attacks the enemy target to deal damage based on its attack speed, similar to the other one, removing 1 harmful effect on itself and applies attack speed up. In addition, reduces the cooldown of Lightning Flash, which is going to be her other ability, reduces it by 20%, gives herself level 2 attack speed up. And here's Lightning Flash. Deals damage based on its attack speed to enemies within the area, reduces the cooldown of returning boomerang when a target with beneficial effect is hit. So everyone's going to have a beneficial effect pretty much all the time. Oh, wait. Harmful effect. Okay. A single attack can be applied up to 3 times. So you can get 60%. In addition, follow-up, damage up based on its attack speed. Pretty good. Let's see the ultimate. Deals damage based on attack. The summoner gains mana equal to the number of targets hit. Up to 4 mana can be gained. Cheating. This is some tax fraud right here. Getting 4 extra mana on your ultimate is going to be very, very powerful, as well as obviously dealing damage. And last but not least, let's check out Dark. Turbo Boomerang, I like that name. Attacks the enemy target, deal damage based on the number of its beneficial effects. So as she has more, she does more damage. 91% based on number. I don't know if this means it scales up to 91.6% or if it's an extra 91.6% per beneficial effect. Then we check out her follow-up. Same thing, and applies unrecoverable. Then we have her second one, attacks enemy target 3 times, deal damage based on number of its beneficial effects. Each hit, certain this is 5 mana. certain chance to apply defense down and attack down. In addition, follow up. So the other ones were 40 or 45%. Hers is 75% more, but that's 5 mana is eternity. Passive steals a beneficial effect with certain chance when attacking with a skill. All Chakram Dancers on the team. When attacking with a skill, 80% chance to steal a beneficial effect and also give it to all Chakram Dancers. That is very, very cool. Ultimate. Attacks the target 3 times, deal damage based on beneficial effects. Defense down, attack down. In addition, follow up. 81% per, and level 2 attack and defense. Last thing I wanted to show you guys was this was the Warriors, the Chakram Dancers. Their book effect is for attack and crit rate, and the Boomerang Warrior is attack and crit damage. Makes a lot of sense. I can tell you that the boomerangs are going to be very, very good. Warriors are at a premium in PvP, and their kits look very PvP focused, whereas the boomerang are archers or mages, depending on which one you look at. Mage, archer. So archers, some archers do pretty well in PvP, but mages have a really tough time because based on their stats and their prioritization AI. But hopefully we see some changes to that in the future. Together they're obviously ridiculous, but they're never going to let you have them together in Brawl. But in Battlefield and Challenge Arena, they are going to destroy, and I can already think of a few situations where PvE, these guys will really, really shine. Let me know what you guys think of them down below. And like I said, if you want to check them out at your leisure, join my Discord down below. They're all